To build the part flipper, you're going to need a vise or something to hold your servo. A continuous rotation servo. I'm using the Basic Stamp Board of Education. 2 buttons, 4 resistors, and 2 jumper wires. And you'll find the code in the forum. A piece of rubber that basically just protects the servo inside of the clamp. And then you'll need some kind of servo horn for your servo. So it could be a round or a cross like that. And then some kind of clip to hold the whatever you're working on to the servo horn. So I use these. They're just replaceable clips for leads. Pretty basic. So what you want to do is attach your clips to your servo by using the servo horn here, which you can see I just drilled a couple bigger holes in. Slightly smaller holes than the diameter of the clip back here, so it should fit very tight. And then I put a little drop of super glue on there, just to hold them in. And once it dried, it was, really durable. It is only for light work. So anyway, if you're using a continuous rotation servo, it doesn't matter where you put it on. You just want to put it on anywhere, and then screw down your servo horn. So there you have it. On the basic stamp side, we've got pin 0 connected to a 220 ohm resistor, connected to a 10K resistor, which is connected to VDD. Now, where those 2 resistors meet is going to be one side of your push button, and on the other side of the push button is just going to be a lead to ground, to VSS. So you just want to do that with both buttons, and pin 0 and pin 1 on the basic stamp. And if you use my code, it's set up for pin 12. So you would plug your servo into pin 12, and then power it up and turn it on. And then you should be able to use the push buttons to flip your part. A good way to do this is to wrap the rubber around the servo on that end, and then stick it in the vise. And of course, you don't really have to tighten it. The rubber kind of holds it in place. You could tighten a little bit, obviously, so it doesn't fall out. But another good idea is to keep your basic stamp away, as far away as possible from whatever you're soldering. So I'm going to move mine to the absolute length of the servo lead there. So it's on the opposite side of what I'm working on. And then you just need something to solder. So here we have a Parallax propeller proto board, which is getting a little work over here. So I'm just going to clip that in place. And as you can see, it has no problems at all holding a proto board, which is a pretty big board. There's some components on here. Now I'm just going to flip it around so you get an idea. So the way this works is when you're soldering, you have your component oriented so that you could see it, and then you would just install your part. So we're just going to run this resistor here from VSS to some arbitrary spot on the board. And before you flip the board over, you can just reach underneath and bend the pins out a little bit. And then when you flip the board over, that resistor will stay there, and you can solder it, and you can put plenty of weight on it using just cheap clips and a servo horn. So it's pretty much designed to utilize maybe all the stuff that you have laying around, and you can build a PCB flipper too.